Hi, I'm János and welcome to my channel Enjoying Germany. In today's video I would like to share a perspective with you about making friends when you move abroad. So, when you move here, it is a lot of new experiences, but it's also a culture shock. And probably during the first time you spend a lot of time with video calls with your family, with your old friends back at your home country, and it is nice to rebound with them. However, there is one small issue. They don't live with you and they don't have the same experiences that you are making, so you might feel sometimes a bit disconnected. And I think it is essential to have some strategies from early on, that how you meet with new people and have a new circle of friends and make this country as your second home. One obvious reason that happens often, that you start looking out from people from your own country in Germany. I mean, this is very nice because they are from the same culture and you speak the same language. However, I have to add that your language skills won't develop, and sometimes I also see that these people who are in these circles, they are in a bit like in an ivory tower. And I like to meet with the fellow Hungarians, but I also focusing on Hungarians who are more settled here. I have sometimes the feeling that these people are half-hearted still back at home. I have also the feeling that, that especially when it becomes political discussions, and it happens every time, you can see that if these discussions about your home country, about your former home country, then you see that they are still more attached there. And recently I had a nice experience. One of my friends so there is some kind of preliminary elections in Hungary, and they have been discussing that, and I asked that, János, whom did you vote for? And I said, look, I'm actually living here, I don't really care. I mean, this is not a real election, I will do it at the next year, but I mean, it is not that important for me. So I mean, the advantages of with the people from my own country, that they are speaking the same language and they are also having the same culture background. The disadvantages that they might be still, connected to your home country, and you spending too much time, you might feel that, okay, I'm here, I'm there, but I never really have a new home. Okay, and the next step is with the getting the circle of friends, that as you see that this video is in English, and I think the common language in the world is English. However, I haven't emphasized it yet, but I will emphasize a lot that learning the local language in every country, it's very important. So I repeat, always try to learn the local language. Also, if you arrive in a country like I did in Denmark, where there are 5 million people, I also started to learn Danish. Okay, this was a side note, but let's talk about other aspects with English. So actually, you arrive and then you meet with a lot of people all around the globe, and then you see that the common language is English, and you are all in this new environment and you want to explore here things, and I think it's pretty nice. However, I have also realized doing my PhD, and I saw it only later, that we had a lot of nice time parties, excursions, discovering the cities. But since you are basically developing a parallel society and you are always a bit disconnected, so you are roaming on the streets of Mannheim, Heidelberg, but you are not really connected, because it's like it's always the same people, and these people at some point they say that something is not good and we just need to move on, and they move on and you feel again alone in their country. So I mean, it's good for the beginning, and I think it's good to have some people where you speak English, but I have to add that over the year, especially the last years, I have been focusing on having friends who are more comfortable with speaking German, because I know that they liked that they have longer term plans in Germany. So yeah, I mean, so the advantage is that you find people with English-speaking experts that who are also new here, and then you can explore together the surroundings, have parties, and build up a new circle of friends. But I also see as a disadvantage that these people always feel here a bit alien, and they never get really integrated, and at some point they will say that, yeah, I just want to move on. And this brings to the last part of this video, the third circle of friends, so people with the local language. I mean, in Germany, people speaking German. And I have to add that at the beginning it's a very, how should I say, speaking the language, it's very difficult, because you often learn something different in the school than it's used on the streets, and it's very embarrassing to use the language, but over the years and months, if you are very, how should I say it, that you are pushing it and you are doing it every day, then you will get better and better. I have to add that the secret for me that I was attending language course, and I had a German girlfriend for a long time, which also helped me to get more into the German culture. I can also talk a bit about that later. And then I get comfortable, and then it also made me, you know, going to sports and so on, using more and more German, and I had the feeling that I'm actually connecting more to the society here, and I'm having local friends finally, and I felt that, okay, that I can now call this country as my second home. But I have to add that this was a long-term process. But still, I mean, this is one of the reasons that you should always learn the local language. I mean, when I was living in Denmark, I also enjoyed that I could know some basic Danish, because I could understand my Danish flatmate, or at the streets. I mean, when I was hearing something, I was like, you know, I felt more and more connected, and I felt that, okay, I'm actually part of this city, I'm part of this society. So yeah, in general, I think it's very important to look for German friends or German-speaking friends. Then you are basically connected to people who are having longer plans here. The disadvantage is that it's a long process, and you have to really be persistent on learning the language and then trying to use it. And then also you will see, I think one of the good moments for me, when people were you not answering anymore in English, but they have been answering in German, and I said that, okay, it's a breakthrough. So these were the three categories, like people from your own country, using English, or trying to use the native language German. You might find this categorization a bit too tough, but I have to also add that how do you feel when you are in your native country? For example, for me in Hungary, speaking your native language. And I have to add that if they are using Hungarian, I really appreciate that, even if they are not from Hungary. And I have to add that if I'm out with a circle of Hungarians and there is one guy who is speaking English, I mean, it's going fine, but after we have the 2 beers, we are getting very tired of that, and we want to switch back to Hungarian. So also have this perspective how you do this in your own country. So that was today. If you like it, feel free to leave a comment here, and also subscribe to my channel. I also, if you find this video useful, please leave a like. And I am looking forward to creating another video for you.